Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of the Nucinda Credit Union 2A State Baseball Playoffs here live in Eunice, as your Eunice Cardinals will be hosting the Capitan Tigers. This is number 6 versus number 11? I think that's right. 6 versus 11. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside my partners today, Charlie Fairbrush, a.k.a. The Thumb. Welcome, Charlie.
Welcome, everybody. Ready for some playoff baseball today.
And, of course, we couldn't do it without the man, the myth, the legend, Bernie Mac, a.k.a. Rosendo Caballero.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's baseball game as the crowd goes wild for me there. Standing ovation. I appreciate that, fans.
Yeah, I got people asking us if we are talking. We just got started here. These early starts are sometimes tough for us because we actually work real jobs. Believe it or not, I know we sound professional and all, but we're really not professional broadcasters. We just do this as kind of a side gig after our real job, so all of us come running in from work and try to get here to make this happen. So getting this started today, the Eunice Cardinals will have Billy Blevins on the hill today, Kevin Garcia behind home plate. Looks like we've got Calvillo over on first. At second, trying to figure out for sure who that is. We've got Zamora, Big Braylon Jeter setting it short. And over on third,
Isaac Morales
will be Morales. So I'm assuming that means Cerna is still not back.
You are correct, sir.
And for the Cardinals, we'll have Tyson Coy in left, Luis Gomez in center, and Haziel Gota will be out in right. Over for Capitan, Capitan will have Ritter leading off for them. They'll have Griffin on deck. And I am going to butcher some of these names, and I'll be perfectly honest with you. Usually I come in with rosters for both teams so that I can read them and whatnot, because if you've ever seen the writing of a coach when they write them on those little forms and have them to us, it's worse than Doctor's chicken scratch. I can't read half of Capitan's names, so I'm going to do my best to tell you what they are. Anyway, we know we've got Ritter up and Griffin on deck. This is the first round of the state tournament. The winner here will move on to Albuquerque to face the number 3 seed, Tularosa, and here we go.
And that's going to be a tough match for whoever wins tonight.
I agree. It's a tough matchup for sure. So here we go, getting started. Ritter, the lefty, steps up. Blevins on the heels. First pitch, I'm assuming, was a little bit high and outside for ball number 1.
I concur with you. That umpire doesn't like him high.
Yeah, and we didn't get a chance to do much mic testing, so if we sound too loud or whatever, let us know. And he swings and misses, does Ritter at that pitch for strike 1. So now we got an even count. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ritter.
1-1.
And Blevins wasting no time, working quickly. He kicks and fires it again toward home, right down the outside corner for strike 2. Billy Blevins, young man that got a list of scholarships today during the senior scholarship banquet. Congratulations to him, and that pitch was just a little outside for ball 2.
Somebody said, "What? Come on, Blue."
So 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the first round of the Nucinda State Baseball Playoffs. Blevins on the hill for Eunice. Fires that one down the middle and gets Ritter swinging, and Blevins has his first K of the game. The senior righty gets his first strikeout.
That's the best way the Eunice Cardinals can start off right now with Billy on the mound.
And Griffin is now going to come to the plate, another lefty. So the first 2 batters for Capitan batting from the left side, something you don't see much.
Nope, or that pink sleeve he has on his arm, huh?
True, that's true. And a pink something else in his pocket.
Yeah, it looks like a protecting glove when he
That's
slides.
one of them gloves you slide,
Yep.
Yeah.
The slide glove.
Gotcha.
Look how close he is to the...
Looks like an oven mitt, really.
Yeah,
how close he is to the plate there.
He is up there, that's for sure. Here comes the next pitch. It's right down the outside corner. He was taken all the way. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. That's a little partial rock boogie-oogie there.
Yes, sir, if it was the other team.
And here comes the next pitch from Blevins. Right
Another
down the
strike.
middle for strike 2, and the Capitan batter never even flinched. He stood there, and there was no doubt about that one.
I guess the sun was in his eyes.
So strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes in and out. Here's the next pitch. It's down the middle, and Blevins, 2 batters, 2 Ks, as Billy Blevins is on fire from the mound to start this game.
And that's just the way we want to start it.
Yep, as long as we get them sticks going, man.
And so that'll bring up, this will be my first butcher of the names. I couldn't read it on the paper. I'm going to assume this is Gallagher, but I couldn't tell for sure. It was an interesting writing.
C and a G.
Yeah, I just couldn't tell. And that first pitch is on that inside corner, called ball, just a bit inside for 0-1.
That's the same spot he pitched to all of them the first pitch. So next
Here comes the next one. It's right down the outside and low, so that's going to be a ball for sure. So 2-0.
I think you're right, Gallagher.
Once again, we do have permission to broadcast this game from the NMAA. The NMAA has all rights to playoff games. They've given us the green light. We just got to make sure we follow some rules here. Mm-hmm. So it'll be a little different than our normal broadcast where we run our sucks a little more than normal. But here we'll have to be a little bit more careful as this is playoff.
Did you have to sign a waiver, Jimmy?
Yeah. So I say that more for my fellas with me here today. There's a swing and a drive into right field. It got in the wind, and Gota lost it. It gets all the way back over him. Turning two is Gallagher, and he's going to turn and keep on going. The play is going to be close at third, and he's in there safely as Gallagher is in there with a triple.
Yep, a stand-up triple. As the player out there lost the ball in the wind as well, went right behind him about 4 or 5 steps, and
you know, Gota, when that ball was hit, it looked like it was in that gap, and he was running towards center and kind of up, and then all of a sudden reversed field, and that ball hooked all the way back across and went over behind him.
Looked like a golf ball, huh?
Yes, it did. And so Smith now comes to the plate with a runner on third, and that first pitch is fouled off. Just food for thought. These two teams played earlier this year. Eunice trailed 7-0 at the going into the third inning before they came back and won 9-11 in that game.
Oh,
there's
beautiful
a big
breaking pitch.
curveball swung on and missed for the strike.
Billy's ahead of him here, huh? With 2 strikes, no balls.
Yep.
And 2 outs, runner on third.
So once again, these teams have met. Eunice won that game 11-9. So this is no pushover game here in the first round for sure for the Cardinals. Swung on and missed, and down goes Smith.
And he just slung his bat all the way to the dugout.
Wow.
He wasn't real happy, obviously.
His coach was saying something to him, not happy about him slinging his bat. But as we move into the bottom of the first, the Cardinals, Capitan, all tied up in the first round of the Nucinda Credit Union State Baseball Playoffs.
BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a Porta-John and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of the Nucinda Credit Union 2A State Baseball Playoffs. This is the first round here as your Eunice Cardinals are hosting the Capitan Tigers here. This is, I believe, number 6 versus 11 here in the first round. The winner would face number 3, Tularosa, in Albuquerque next, I believe, Thursday. I know it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday tournament up there. And so, anyway, we've got a good one here. Mentioned previously, these two teams did face off earlier in the season. In that game, Capitan scored 1 in the first, they scored 5 in the second, and they scored 1 in the third, and were leading the Eunice Cardinals 7-0 at one point before Eunice went on a run and came back to win the game. So coming to bat first for the Cardinals is Billy Blevins. T. Trailer is what I have is the pitcher for Capitan.
On that outside pitch, Billy. Come on now.
Blevins with the swing and a miss on the first pitch. He's down 0-1.
Sound like a weed eater, huh?
What's that noise?
Yeah, that's
Part of that fan, huh?
that's
That's your fan
Rossendo's
over there,
fan.
buddy?
Big breaking
come
ball
on. That should've
stays
been a ball.
outside.
Oh, I thought he called that a strike.
Oh, no, he didn't call it a strike. Big breaking ball, curves around, stays outside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lefty is trailer, big lefty. Blevins swings at that one, hits it high and foul.
Just need to straighten that out.
Shout out to my man John Nogelmeyer listening from home. We could use you up here. We may have
Come
to
on up here, Nogi.
we may have to get him involved, huh?
Yeah.
The man, the myth, the legend. Blevins back in there ready. Trailer on the hill. He kicks and fires it toward home. Big breaking
Wow.
ball, and the catcher tried to catch it with his bare hand, and it went off his bare hand. It was a slow breaking ball, and he stuck his bare hand out there to catch
It
it.
didn't break at all. Kept on rising.
Am I seeing things? Is that a head out there on the right field, or is that just a pole? You see it?
Yeah, I do see it. I'm not sure whether it's a head or a pole, but there's
way,
another
hopefully-
foul ball driven
Hopefully
back
Billy can hit
behind
it,
us.
huh? Can't
Yeah,
remain the same.
I was trying to see.
Now, I don't know if he got a strike or a ball. All of a sudden, they're looking for a head.
It was a foul ball back 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. We're in the bottom of the first. Billy Blevins, the senior pitcher for the Cardinals today, at the plate. He swings at that one, fouls it off again. 3 fouls in a row here.
Staying alive.
Yep. He is trying to keep her going. For those of you that joined us just a couple of minutes late as we got started late, the home area of the bleachers is completely black and orange. There's a swing and a miss foul.
Foul.
Lucky.
He stays alive again. Yeah, as we were coming up, the Capitan folks, of course, they had to drive over quite a ways.
Yeah, they got here
They
early.
got here early, so they were packed in what is normally the home portion of the bleachers. And it's funny because we're watching the home people come up the steps. There's a drive toward
Oh, it's
left
a fair
field.
ball
It's right
there.
down the line. It's going to roll to the wall. Blevins on his horse headed for second.
it's
A
gonna be
good
close. Oh,
arm
no.
is and Blevins is trapped. He's trying to get in. They get him at second.
Doggone
The left fielder out there had
Man,
a
what an
cannon because Blevins was absolutely on his horse, and he's fast.
Yes, he's very fast,
And that ball
honestly.
rolled all the way to the corner, and the left fielder from Capitan, who I believe is Garcia, scooped it up against the fence and threw a rocket.
No
That's the only
cutoff.
thing he could have done. Maybe slid on his belly in under it, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think he was.
We got a
I think he
timeout
was
here, brother.
toasted.
Yeah.
He was probably still a third of the way to the base when he decided I
Man.
better hit the brakes and try to go the other way. But so Kevin Garcia comes to the plate here.
So left fielder's got a rocket for an arm.
Yeah. Note
Note
to
to self, right?
self. If you're a Cardinal, you hit it to left field. You
on
probably
first.
don't want to test
Send
him.
that message to the coach over there, right?
So Garcia steps back in there. He's got a 1-0 count. Next pitch swung on and missed, fouled off for a strike. So 1-1 to
And that was
Garcia.
a good hit by Blevins. Man, it went out.
Man, he drove it right down the line. It skipped about 3 times, hit the wall out there and left. The left fielder picked it up on the warning track and gunned him
Yes.
at second.
Made it look easy, didn't he?
A rocket.
He's probably a backup pitcher.
And that ball is low and inside to Garcia. So now we got a 2-1 count.
Yes, sir. And he gets quiet on us.
Yeah.
That has to be a pole, Jimmy, because it's not moving or nothing.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure everybody's seen it.
That ball swing. It's a dribbler over toward third. Pitcher going to scoop it up. He's turning, try to get it across his
He's
body,
safe.
and Garcia's going to beat it out as Garcia
Got them
made
wheels
like
turning.
Michael Jackson and said, beat it, as he's standing on first.
We have a courtesy runner for him coming out here. It's going to be number 2. I think that's
I think he had fire coming
Number
off
2
the
is
bottom
Lord,
of his shoes.
Dyson Lord. And here comes the man, the myth, the legend, Lynn White. Lee County
Coming on
Sports
up.
Hall of Fame inductee, Lynn White. Not just everybody's in the Hall of Fame, but
That's
that man
right.
right there is. Former Hobbs Eagle star, former University of New Mexico star. And he's been covering Cardinal sports for
Come on up.
40-plus years. Braylon Jeter comes to the to the plate. They're going to throw back over to first. Garcia dives in there safely.
by a smidge. Yeah, almost got him on that one. Saturday, they got a Eunice player out doing that to us.
Griffin over there on first. Made a good job there grabbing that ball and putting the tag on. But Garcia gets there safely. So back on the hill, Here comes the pitch. It's driven toward
Nice.
right field. It's going to get – no, it's not going to get
man.
down. They're going to make it close. They overthrow the runner,
But
and
he
so
is
they
gonna
do
hold.
catch the out there from Jeter on the line out. And
Two away.
Garcia gets safely back to
Yes,
first, and
lucky
we
that.
got 2 outs.
Right fielder overthrew first base. That was a blessing in disguise, right?
Yep. And that'll bring up Jose Calvillo, the lefty, one of few lefties for this Cardinal program, coming to the plate. Garcia standing on first. 2 outs here. We need some movement here from Garcia. See if we can maybe get a pass ball or 10 to get him around the bases.
Right center would be a good spot right now. Big gap.
And
Oh,
there,
he's
that
gone.
ball's going to get past Garcia's easily
No,
into
that's
second. Made
Lord.
the turn. Oh, yeah, I
Yes,
forgot.
Lord.
It's the pinch runner.
Yes, sir.
So it's Lord for Garcia. So Lord is the one standing on second. He gets easily to second, made the turn, looked back, and then floated back over. And so after a 1-0 count, Calvillo steps back in there ready. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, driven toward the gap. Second baseman's going to scoop it up, fires it to first, and they get him. And the Capitan Tigers get out of the inning as we move into the second. Your Eunice Cardinals and Capitan Tigers all tied at 0.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice schools are excited to have students and staff back on campus and involved in another successful school term. It's been an eventful year, and the Eunice schools are ready for whatever comes their way. Eunice Public Schools provide high-quality educational experiences in a safe environment. The entire Eunice community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities, and a fantastic school system.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of the Nucinda Credit Union 2A State Boys Baseball Playoffs here in Eunice, as your Eunice Cardinals are hosting the Capitan Tigers. It's all knotted up at 0 as we start the second inning here, and coming to the plate will be Jay Emerson. And then once again, that last name on my little sheet is hard to read. I don't know if that's Petite. I'm going to call him Petite as I can't read the thingy here. He comes up. We'll call him Jay Emerson. He comes up ready to go, swings and misses at the first pitch, so he's down to 0-1 here. Billy Blevins, the senior pitcher, on the hill.
As Charlie gives his traditional.
You got to get that in.
Yes, sir, we do.
There's a pitch on the inside corner for strike number 2. So Blevins is ahead of Jay Emerson. 0-2 here. Blevins, the senior, kicks, fires toward home. That ball's inside.
hit him.
It's going to hit him in the foot. And so
Doggone it.
Emerson going to get hit by a pitch, and he's going to head over to first. And that'll bring W. Wilson up to the plate.
He's a big one.
That's a large young man. And he's number 73. I couldn't decide on that paper whether that was 73 or 13, so I wrote both here, and that's actually 73. I thought there's no way somebody's number 73, but he is. So he comes up ready to go. They throw back over toward first, and a good close play there. Good throw by Blevins. Nice catch and tag by Calvillo.
Keeping him honest.
But they slide him back in there, and then they
try
throw
it
it back again.
Be careful out there now.
So all knotted up at 0 here in the second inning. Capitan with a runner on first, and Wilson at the plate, the right-hander. Blevins on the hill, looks toward first, throws it toward home, and the ball skips away from Garcia, but luckily it stayed right there by his feet, and so the runner does not advance.
And it was called the ball, correct?
I believe you're correct.
Yep.
Okay.
Ball one.
So I have my head looking down at this paperwork trying to figure something out here.
So 1-0. Here comes the next pitch. And that one's low and outside for ball 2.
There's more Capitan people.
Yeah, I think there's more, at least from where I can see, there's more Capitan people than there is Eunice people here at this point.
I concur.
So 2 balls, 1 strike. It's windy, and the Eunice people know
Sitting
they can
at home
set
and
it
watching on the
home
big screen.
in the recliner. There's a drive right up the gap, trying to get to it. They do. They try to turn 2,
and
the Cardinals do. They turn 2, and they get both of them as the Cardinals get out of a little bit of a pinch there.
That started off with Luis Zamora, handed off to Jeter with that strong arm. Do it right to first mate, got the second out. Beautiful job there.
Yeah. That was a 4-6-3 double play there. And coming up is Griego. He steps up there, and he drives that one into center field. It takes a hop into the hands of the center fielder, and they throw it in. He makes the turn at first, looks him back, and then floats back over. So Griego with the single for Capitan. And this will bring Garcia to the plate. This would be the young man that had the cannon of an arm a while ago from way out there in that left field corner. And gun Billy Blevins, one of the faster kids on this team,
that was
headed
a throw
for second.
all the way to second.
Yes, it was. And it wasn't even close. And so here comes the first pitch.
Yeah.
It's a little bit low for ball number 1. So Garcia steps back in there with a 1-0 count. He's got Griego with the lead over at first. They throw it back to him.
That was close.
Man, it was a close one. Blevins with a good move and a nice catch and tag again by Calvillo.
They seen something on the video, right?
And now here comes the pitch toward home. They hold it there for just a little bit. It's no call. So 2 balls, no strikes here to Garcia. Blevins is looking over that shoulder again. He's eyeballing him. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. It's a little dribbler toward short. Shortstop going to scoop it up. That's Jeter. He fires it across there and gets him as down goes Garcia as we move into the bottom of the second. Your score, Eunice 0, Capitan 0.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Eunice High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season both on the field and in the classroom. Go Eunice Cardinals!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of the Nucinda Credit Union 2A State Baseball Playoffs here live in Eunice as the Eunice Cardinals are hosting the Capitan Tigers here in the first round of the State Baseball Playoffs. The Cardinals come in as the 6th seed. The Capitan Tigers come in as the 11th seed. The winner of this game moves on to face the 3 seed Tularosa in Albuquerque next week. So far, both teams left some runners on base. Nobody been able to put a run across home yet. And so the Eunice Cardinals will have Tyson Coy coming to the plate, the left fielder for the Cardinals. Still on the hill for Capitan is Traylor, the tall, long left-hander. And he throws one down that outside corner, swung on and missed for strike 1. Shout out to my man Heath Dean out there listening. We appreciate you. We'll do a rock boogie oogie for you here in a minute. There's a drive over toward the left field line. It's going to be foul.
Strike number 2 on Coy here.
So 0-2 for him.
Got behind, but he's going to catch up.
Steps back in there, ready to go. Ump gives the sign to Traylor, and here comes the pitch. It's low and outside for ball 1. Good eye there by Coy. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Already making work. Traylor on the hill. Kicks. Fires toward home. It's down the middle. It's hit foul over toward third base. And so staying alive is Coy.
That pitcher for Capitan has a high kick, man.
Real high kick.
Yes. Coming out of the stretch there. I mean, out of the windup. I apologize.
I concur. He's a long
Yes.
guy, and he gets that left arm
look.
way back behind him. There's a big breaking ball that stays high for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here, no outs. We're in the second, bottom of the second. The Cardinals, the home team, in white. Capitan wearing the black jerseys.
Oh, he wanted that
thought
one.
about it, laid off of it.
Full
Now we
count.
got a full count.
Good
Money
discipline there by
pitch.
Coy, huh?
Yes. So Coy steps back in there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the second, a 0-0 game. Here's the pitch. It's hit over toward right center field. Trying to get there is the center fielder, and he does. Coy with a little check swing. Hits it pretty good.
Yes, deep center.
But it held up there, and they were able to get to it, make the catch.
That wind's kicking pretty good. Probably held it up.
So Luis Gomez comes to the plate. Young man that's had a heck of an athletic year here. He's a junior. Probably, arguably the best defensive player for the Cardinals football team. Arguably the best player for the basketball team. And now having a heck of a track season and doing a great job here for this baseball team as well.
Seems like every time he's on the mound, they win.
Yeah. So 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch.
Oh, that's way
Swung
outside.
on and missed for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. This is a partial rock boogie oogie oogie. He
Like a
deemed.
halfway.
It has everything except the wee part.
No,
So we
no,
don't
no,
quite
no,
have that one yet. And there's a swing and a foul for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes and an out in the bottom of the second. What was that noise?
Charlie.
Oh, I thought something.
Yeah, did you see me turn real quick?
Yeah,
I thought
I
there's leaking in here.
hit the thing. Here comes the pitch, swung on and missed, and down goes Gomez. That is the first strikeout of the ball game for the Cardinals and for Traylor.
I had to wait till halftime or between innings to drink my water or what.
Yeah.
Just do a little
It was
quieter, one or the
It was
other.
that crackly noise that we
Oh,
were.
my lid. I put my lid on.
Like, there's a storm again?
Luis Zamora comes to the plate here, now with 2 outs. Kicking and firing his Trailer. Big high breaking ball, stays high for ball 1. Ashton Thompson, I see him come in, sit down. He's got him a big, what looks like some chili cheese fries or something he's eating over there.
Giving them coffee. He's about to go run somewhere, huh?
Another senior that won multiple awards today during the senior scholarship banquet, ceremony, whatever you call those things that they have over there, assembly.
You running out of words there, Jimmy?
2 balls and no strikes here. 2 outs to Zamora. Here comes the pitch. It's outside for ball 3. So 3-0.
We'll give him the green light or the red light there, guys.
I'm
Green
probably
light.
red lighting him.
Red light.
We got red light and green light.
Yeah,
what
I
happens.
probably
50-50.
would.
What do you got,
With the
Rosendo?
3-0 count.
I can't say. I'm not allowed to say. There it is.
Yeah, he was watching and taking the whole way. That was down that outside corner for strike 1. So 3-1. I guess me and Almager think alike. It's probably not on much else, but on that particular pitch. Here comes the next pitch, and that one's high for
And
ball
take your
number
base.
4.
I concur.
So Zamora with the walk. That is the first walk of the game for Traylor. And so now Isaac Morales comes to the plate with a runner on first. 2 outs here. Eunice needing to get somebody moving across there. Zamora jumps out with a big lead already, eyeballing Traylor. I would guess Traylor's going to throw it his way, and he don't. And there he goes, and the pitch is going to go all the way to the backstop. Zamora going to make the turn and ease back over onto second. I could tell Zamora was going
From the very beginning,
from
once he
the
got
very
there,
beginning. I thought Traylor was going to throw it back there, and he didn't. And man, Zamora had a huge jump, and they're
Might
not.
as well with that big step. Look at that.
Here they go
He's going
again.
again.
Yep. And that ball's hits a little chip dribbler. Can't even talk. Over to first base. They scoop it up and drop him out. And so down goes Morales on the ground out. And as we move to the top of the third, your score 0-0.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company. leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Parker Energy Services has been servicing the community for over 17 years. They offer water hauling, dirt work, and disposable services. Dispatchers and sales staff are available anytime, and office staff is available from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. Parker Energy aims to satisfy their customers and give their employees great job opportunities. Parker Energy is family-owned and operated, big enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer excellent and personalized services. Consider Parker Energy support services for all of your support needs. Visit them today at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinals sports and of the Nucinda Credit Union 2A State Baseball Playoffs here live in Eunice as your Eunice Cardinals are hosting Capitan in the first round of this state playoff action. And coming to the plate is going to be Marcus for Capitan.
Nice.
He takes that first pitch for strike number one. Blevins still on the hill for the Cardinals. We're in the third inning. Stepping back in there, ready to go. Here's the pitch, swung on, hit towards second. Second baseman going to scoop it up, floats it over to first, and gets him out of there as down goes Marcus on the ground out. And so trying to look here, looks like that's going to bring us to
Tyler?
is
26.
26. So that's Ritter.
Ritter? Okay.
So they're back to the top of their lineup as Ritter is back up there, and that first pitch is outside for ball number one. Yeah, for the Cardinals to win this game, they would face Tularosa in the next game next week. There's a high foul driven back up over the catcher. Catcher had a tough time finding it for a minute.
Hit the net.
And then he did find it, and it landed in the netting.
And it came off.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. This is some anti-woogie, woogie, woogie. And stepping back in there is Ritter. Ready to go. Got the bat on his shoulder. Now he's picking it up. He's ready. That pitch is low and outside for ball 2. 2-1.
Puts that bat on the shoulder like if it's heavy, huh?
Maybe it is.
And picks it up just slightly right as they throw the pitch. And that
And
ball's going to
that's why-
float back out of play again.
And that's why he's falling everything off.
Evens account. 2-2.
So it says L. Ritter.
Ball in play. That foul ball came back in. We got to call a timeout there. A lot of Cowboy hats in the stands today, huh?
There's a lot of cowboy hats.
there are. Yeah, I'll mention it in a minute. There's a
Good
drive
job. Oh, wow.
over into right
Once
field.
again, that young
Coming
man
up
came
was
in forward.
Gorta, and this time he turns and runs his little legs off all the way back and catches a over-the-shoulder catch and gets him.
Beautiful recovery there, right?
Yes.
He came in,
Yes.
6 steps, and he started running backwards, man.
Oh,
Yeah, Hasiel, the first one that was hit out there his way like that, he come running up,
Yep.
and then it went over his head. That one, he did the same thing, but then he turned on the afterburners and chased it down and made the catch over the shoulder. And so a great play out there by Gorta.
It looked pretty.
And so bringing up now Griffin to the plate.
Takes that first strike.
Yes, he does.
And he's right on the plate, man. Throw it inside every time.
Yeah, his toes are
Yep.
over the white line.
Pretty much.
And then his back foot is all the way on the back white line. So he's on lines inside and back.
He's
to
totally
cover
opposite of the softball players the other
trying
day.
to cover that whole box.
Yes. Yeah, he's definitely doing. You can even see Garcia. He's like kneeled all the way over toward the other batter's box.
And there it is. Oh!
Oh man, that was
Man,
good.
good opportunity for
Good,
a strike.
good pitch there by Blevins. 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs here. We're in the third. Here comes the next pitch, and that one was.
You're right there,
Man.
Jimmy.
I
He's
thought it-
dodging and weaving up
I
there.
thought he got
Jimmy
it.
up here.
He was bobbing. I was weaving. I thought they shaved some.
Put him in, coach.
Yeah.
Talk about getting into the game.
Thought they got him. 3 balls and a strike.
Lord.
Here comes the pitch from Blevins.
there it
He
is
takes
inside.
that
Oh,
one
my goodness.
inside, and Blevins gives up his first walk here of the game.
That's second, sir. He walked one in
Well,
the
he
first.
hit
yeah.
somebody with a pitch, but that's the first four ball walk anyway. He did hit someone earlier with a.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought he hit the turf, but
Yeah, so and then way up into the air. So 0-1. Blevins takes a look at first. He's going to swing it toward
Got
home.
him.
Big breaking ball swung on, tipped, caught by Garcia for strike 2. So 0-2 here with 2 outs. Blevins takes a look. He's going to let it fly.
why doesn't he run the first?
And they're going to tag
Got
him,
it.
and so down he goes. Blevins with another strikeout, and the Cardinals get out of the top of the third. You're still watching a 0-0 game here as we move into the bottom of the third. Eunice 0, Capitan 0.
The proud owners of Eunice Wrecker and Rental offer professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel deliveries, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. They also haul off unwanted vehicles to help clean up your property. Eunice Wrecker and Rental have over 20 years of experience. They are fully licensed and insured. Call 575-394-HOOK. That's 575-394-4665. Eunice Wrecker and Rental are located at 44 North New Mexico Highway 248, Eunice, New Mexico, mile marker 1. Lobo Trucking has been in business now for 20 years and wants to give thanks to you and their hardworking and dedicated employees. Lobo Trucking takes great pride in developing a highly trained, motivated, and professional workforce. Lobo Trucking can safely and efficiently meet any fluid management needs, and Lobo Trucking is a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Lobo Trucking salutes all the hardworking coaches, teachers, and students. Keep up the good job.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of the 2A Nucinda Credit Union State Baseball Playoffs here. The first round taking place in Eunice as your number 6 Eunice Cardinals are hosting the number 11 Capitan Tigers. The winner here goes on to face number 3 Tularosa next week in Albuquerque, or probably Rio Rancho. That's where usually the majority of those games take place.
I concur, Your Honor.
And so coming to the plate now, I believe, will be Fabian Ornelas. I think that's who that is.
Yes, sir, you are correct.
He steps in there ready. Trailer still on the hill for Capitan, and Ornelas fouls that one off for strike number 1.
Here in the bottom of the third, correct?
Yep. There's some Cardinal fans
Yep.
coming up here to
Trying to
set on the
Squeeze in, right?
yeah, trying to squeeze into the orange. What's that? Somewhere in the orange by Zach Bryan, I think. One of them Zachs.
Almost got it.
I think you're right. Then Jimmy had to think about it for a second, but you are right.
1 ball, 1 strike here.
He's a designated hitter, correct, Babiness?
That is correct.
Okay.
Here comes the next pitch, and it's
Way
outside for ball number 2. 2-0.
And it's still hot out there, Charlie said.
Not in here, though.
Nope.
Keep it in here like a hurricane. We
Nice and cool right here.
That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
ball
That
3.
ball's high and outside, so 3-1. We got to keep it cool in here so that Charlie won't sweat, and so
Snore on the mic, huh?
so Rosendo won't get too hot beside me over here.
He burned up one night in there.
It was a double-header, too. Remember, Charlie?
Yeah, well,
There's a drive. It's going to go up over the first base dugout and out of play. Looked like it bounced off the hood of somebody's truck over there.
ooh, that's yours, Rosendo.
That'll learn him.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's a classic, too. We got no parts for that type of vehicle. So we got a full count right on Ornelas here?
Yep, full count here. Fabian Ornelas trying to stay alive. No outs. We're in the bottom of the third in a 0-0 game. Here comes the pitch from Trailer. Big breaking ball stays outside, and Ornelas earns the walk.
He trots on down to first.
And that'll bring us to the top of the order as Billy Blevins comes to the plate. Young man rocked a shot right down the third base line that went all the way to the wall and we learned that the left fielder for Capitan has an
Garcia,
absolute
right?
cannon. As he scooped it off the wall with a one step, flipped it to second like a
And there wasn't no bounce.
oh man,
all the way to second.
all the way, and gun Blevins, who's got some speed, and so Blevins is back up there ready with now a runner on first. So they throw down over to first to make sure that he stays back.
Yep, keeping Ornelas honest there.
Yep. Big breaking ball stays high. And Ornelas actually jumped, took a couple of hard.
I thought he was going to go. Did you?
I did too.
We're going to have a timeout here.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. Now we've got the umps wanting to talk.
I think he's going to talk to him, maybe call the balk here.
Yeah, they are. They're
Oh,
going to
sure
advance him.
Yes, sir.
We'll take it.
It looked like Ornelas started. I mean, he made 3 big, like, hop-run moves towards second and then stopped and went back.
Yep. And the pitcher, he wanted to change balls, and he forgot to step off the rubber.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
that's why he called the balk.
So anyway, that'll put runner in scoring position as Ornelas now stands on second, no outs. And that second pitch is high for ball 2. So 2-0 to Blevins with a runner in scoring position. I would say a hit like he had last time would probably score a run, but not
maybe.
to left field.
No, don't hit it to Garcia again. No,
Try
don't do that.
Try the right fielder.
That's right. That pitch is low and outside for ball 3. So 3-0 to Blevins. Do you give him the green light or do you hold him up here?
Yeah, middle of the game, why not? He got a good shot last time. As long as you can hit it on the ground hard somewhere.
Coach Pierce coming up here to take a look. Must have just got finished with some softball. Here comes the pitch. Blevins squared around, going to act like he was going to bunt. And faked the bunt. Just trying to. And they call that ball on the outside corner, strike number 1. So 3 balls and a strike for Blevins. Here comes the next pitch, and he swings at that one on that outside corner. That was in the same place as the last pitch, called strike. And he swings at that one for strike 2. So a full count to Billy Blevins.
That was a defensive swing, if you mind me asking.
Absolutely.
Or saying.
And Blevins was in this same count earlier, and he fouls that one off, but it goes into the glove.
Yeah,
and so down goes Blevins on the strikeout. And that is the second strikeout of the game for Traylor, the Capitan pitcher.
That's the first out, right?
Yeah, it's
one
out
away.
number 1, and that'll bring Kevin Garcia to the plate, a young man that had a single his first at bat as he beat out a throw over to first. He heads up there with the runner. Ornelas in scoring position on second. There's a drive right towards short.
Oh, it goes
And
through his
gets
legs.
through
We're
the
going to get one run in.
shortstop's legs, and coming toward
Oh, wow.
home is Garcia. There's a play
Why
at the
cut it off?
plate. They get him there, and then they get Garcia in the middle
Throw it.
in the rundown, and he dives
Oh,
in
man, he
there
caught it.
safe. He's in there safely. And Garcia with the RBI single.
Scared me, man. I thought.
And so that'll bring Braylon Jeter to the plate. We're going to have a courtesy runner. I believe that is Lord.
Yes, that is.
Dyson Lord comes in to be the courtesy runner for our catcher, Garcia. And that'll bring up the big man, Braylon Jeter, a young man who had a line drive out into right field, his first at bat. And it hit his bat and then hit the right fielder's glove.
He's gone.
He's gone. There's a drive into right center
It's gonna
field.
drop.
It is going to drop.
Oh, no.
They're headed. Oh, no, that's not the arm you want to test out.
No,
And they
got
get
it.
him. The left fielder. I need to run down there and have a visit
Garcia.
with our coaching
Yeah,
staff.
don't.
And look at his hair just bouncing in the air. That young man has hair and a gun out there.
Man, I need to.
Man.
I need to go visit with our coaching staff.
Send him
and
a
say,
text or something.
Do
Send him the video.
not
Charlie.
test the arm of the left fielder. What
Man.
part of that does nobody understand? That young man has got a cannon.
I would suggest him. He's probably a backup pitcher. If I wasn't.
Yeah, or a backup bazooka slinger or something, because he's got an absolute cannon out there in left. He just gunned another runner. That's the second runner that most days would easily be into base. Calvillo
off the
takes
head.
one
Oh,
off the
man.
head.
And the ball shatters in the air.
Is that a header?
Yeah. So he gets hit by a
Oh,
pitch.
man.
That'll put runners at first and second, and you'll bring up Tyson Coy to the plate. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. The Cardinals have taken the lead here, 1-0 in the bottom of the third. Coy steps up there. Young man's got a chance to put some runs on the board as long as he don't hit it to left.
Yeah.
On the ground or in there, just don't hit it to him.
Yeah, not to him. And not to him. Here comes the next pitch. It's high and outside for ball number 1.
That was a long pause there by the pitcher looking at every runner on base. He just sat there and stared him down, but nobody moved.
Yeah.
They were afraid or something.
I concur. He's back in there is Coy. Stepping in ready.
Now
Here
we're going.
goes the runner. He's taking off. It's going to be a close one. It skips up off the turf.
And he's safe.
And now standing on third is...
Jeter.
That is Braylon Jeter. So Jeter steals third, and while that was happening, Calvillo said, hey, while you're stealing, I might as well do it too. And Calvillo now standing on second.
And they're both in scoring position. As long as we don't hit over here the left field, we'll be okay.
Yeah, anywhere but left field, and we're in scoring position. And that ball gets off the turf. It skipped up, hit the ump, and then hit the catcher in the back and laid right down between his legs. So that was a good job there by Jeter of recognizing to stay home.
Mm-hmm. I say red light. That's me.
So it's a 3-0 count. And, yeah, I would agree. Coy at the plate. He's our left fielder. He's in there ready. He's wiggling that bat all the way around. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And he drives that one high up over first base. It's a towering fly ball and making the catch. And I would have said the red light. And they give him the green. He goes down on the fly out. But the Cardinals get on the board as they score 1. Eunice 1. Capitan 0. We move to the 4th.
Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle.
Guns Up Services is a proud supporter of their Eunice community and their Eunice Cardinals. Guns Up Services has been in business almost 13 years and is family owned and operated, located at 2105 Avenue O in Eunice. They are your trusted vacuum truck, winch truck, frac tanks, rental equipment, and dirt work provider. Guns Up Services in Eunice wants to cheer on their Eunice Cardinals and wish them luck this sports season. Guns Up Services, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Go, number 5.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of the Nucinda Credit Union 2A State Baseball Playoffs. Here in the opening round, your number 6 Eunice Cardinals facing number 11 Capitan. The Cardinals lead 1-0 as we start the top of the 4th here. A reminder from TJ Miracle here that baseball next week, the quarter and semifinals will be at the Reardon Complex in West Albuquerque. The finals will be at the University of New Mexico. So here comes the first pitch from Blevins. It's low and outside for ball number 1. Rosendo said he went to that stadium or complex last year. Very nice place. So I've never been there. Blevins kicks, fires toward home. Swung on, hit high over into shallow left field. Jeter trying to get under it, and he does. A great play there by Braylon Jeter. That young man was able to keep his wits about him, and he went way out there in the left field to make that catch.
And he did a beautiful job tracking the ball and catching it with 2 hands, man.
Yep.
Textbook fly out.
Jeter's a player, and that'll bring Jay Emerson to the plate. He got hit by a pitch his last trip to the plate when he was down 0-2, and he hits that one right back at Blevins. It goes off the glove over towards second. Second baseman with a great throw, and Calvillo does the full-blown splits as he gets Emerson right there. It was a bang-bang play at first, but down goes Emerson.
Yeah, it was a ball hit very slow towards second base.
Calvillo with them yoga moves again.
It went right off the glove of Blevins. And so Wilson now heads to the plate. A
beautiful breaking ball, man. That's nice.
And strike number 1 to Wilson.
Billy's arm is on fire today.
Doing a good job on the hill so far. And that ball's hit up toward the gap.
Man,
it's going to get through. And so single for Wilson. And so that'll bring up Griego. And young man playing, I believe, second base. He's the second baseman for this ball club. And so now he's got a runner on first with 2 outs. Blevins, big breaking ball, and it cuts the corner for strike number 1.
It's a good way to start off here with 2 outs.
Blevins stepping back up there ready, wasting no time, working quick. Next big breaking ball for strike number 2. That's 2 breaking balls that look like twins.
I'd go right back up to it.
Yeah, I might too. Runner on first with a big lead. Here comes the same pitch. This one's hit over into left field.
Oh, he must have never seen it.
Yeah, he must have been. It must have come off the bat funny because he never came up for it.
Yeah, he was.
And it landed out in front of him about 10 feet. He let it hit and threw it over to second. So that gives a single for Griego. And now Capitan knocking at the door as they've got runners on first and second. And up to the plate goes the left fielder with the cannon, Garcia. Young man that grounded out his first at bat, and he fouls that one right back into the netting here by us for strike 1.
Is that Eunice chanting or is that Capitan chanting?
I think that's Capitan chanting, "We can't hear you" or something, but.
Huh.
And there goes another ball. Did you see that
ball
one?
in the field, yes. You got to call timeout. There's somebody does.
Yeah, this ump never saw it. Yeah, I think somebody must have threw that over from the back because that last pitch just hit the netting and fell back down, right?
I think it just barely came up.
Huh.
Or it was one that was laying up here and it finally rolled.
That rattled it down? Yeah. Yeah, that was strange. So 0-1 is the count. 2 outs. Big breaking ball swung on and missed. So Blevins gets ahead of Garcia now, 0-2, with 2 outs. Runners in scoring position at first and second.
Throw it high. He likes it
in
high.
a 1-0 game. Here comes the pitch.
Good pitch.
It's inside,
Strike
and he gets him down the outside corner. Billy Blevins with his 5th strikeout of this ball game gets the Cardinals out of a bit of a jam. And as we move into the bottom of the 4th, the Cardinals lead Capitan 1-0.
BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a Porta-John and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal and Capitan Tiger first-round playoff action here. This is the Nucinda Credit Union 2A State Baseball Playoffs here as the Eunice Cardinals come in as the number 6 seed and the Capitan Tigers are the 11 seed. The winner here moves on to West Albuquerque next week to face the number 3 seed Tularosa Wildcats.
The good thing in this game is moving along really fast. We're here at the bottom of the
4th.
Yes, sir.
And Luis Gomez comes to the plate. Young man struck out his last at bat. He's in there ready. Here comes the first pitch. It skips off the turf, low and outside for ball number 1.
And there's his parents out there coming up just on time, huh?
Yeah. His brother got some scholarships today over at the scholarship assembly. So congratulations to Jorge. So wasting no time as trailer. Here comes the pitch. Big breaking ball stays high for ball number 2. 2-0 to Luis Gomez.
He laid off those pitches earlier in the first time. I bet he swung at that one.
Yep. Back in there ready. Big wind here today blowing from left field toward right field. Gomez swings at that one, fouls it off for strike 1. You know, and I still can't figure out exactly what they've got going out there in left field. It's like somebody's rented that space, and they're welding or putting some pipeline or something together to haul out on location or something.
You know that place adjacent of your office?
Yes.
That's part of them.
The same group?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that makes sense.
They're running-
There's
they're
a
running
drive
space.
right toward the gap. It's going to get through. And so Gomez with a single into center field, and he gets the Cardinals started here in the bottom of the fourth, leading 1-0, and the leadoff man for the Cardinals, who's got some wheels and some real wheels. Those are like top 2 or 3 wheels in the state of New Mexico on the 110-meter hurdles, is now standing on first base.
Bet you they're going to try to bunt him over.
And Luis Zamora now comes to the plate. Wind continues to howl here in Eunice. Here's the pitch. It's high and outside. And I figured he was going, but he did not.
Yeah, I did too. I'll wait for the second pitch, I guess.
I would love to see a race between the Eunice Cardinal baseball team, but I would guess arguably this is probably the speediest one out there. Mm-hmm. And they throw back over, and he dives in there safe. He was leaning toward second, but he dives back under the tag safely.
He's faster in high end, right?
I would guess I would
just by the height-wise.
Yeah, I was going to say I would guess in a longer race. High end may be quicker, but it was a delayed takeoff, but he got there easily. As Gomez now stands on second after stealing from first to second on the high pitch.
That's 2 balls for Luis Zamora up there in the batter's box.
Yeah. So now Gomez is in scoring position unless they hit it to left. I want to make sure the coaching staff hears me. I'm going to lean out the window and holler that. Don't go if they hit it to left.
You need to tell the kids. I wonder if they realize that.
There goes Gomez again, and he's over there headed. He dives in, and he's safely in as Gomez steals third. And so now Gomez represents another run for the Cardinals, already up 1-0. And there's no outs here. And he had the pitcher a little bit flustered as he's thrown 3 balls while he was worried about Gomez stealing. So a 3-0 count. Here comes the pitch, and it's right down the middle, and he was taken the whole way for strike number 1 to Zamora.
He's got to be smart on this next pitch.
So Luis Zamora steps in there. Gomez on third. Here comes the pitch with a 3-1 count. It's driven toward first, trying to get to it. They're trying to figure out who's going to get to it. They throw it over to first, and flipping over the top of him is Zamora, and he's going to get there safely, and we're going to score a run. So Zamora with the RBI single as he outran the play over to first.
A little collision at the base.
A big collision at first. As the ball was hit right in between the first baseman and the second baseman. They weren't sure who was going to get it. Second baseman finally called off the first baseman, and by the time he scooped it and threw it to first, the first baseman was trying to get back to first, and then we had a collision between the Eunice runner and the first baseman. And so, needless to say, no outs. You've now got
2 runs on the board for the Eunice Cardinals.
And Zamora standing on first, and there he goes. High pitch thrown over toward, and he's going to be safely there as Morales still second. And now the Cardinals with another runner in scoring position.
Zamora still second.
What did I say?
Morales.
I said Morales.
He's
Morales
batting.
is the batter.
Yes,
yep.
Well, he probably will too, so we'll just say that ahead of time.
We're a little ahead of time, huh? Like watching
So
different
Morales
softball
steps
players out
back
there.
in there ready to go. 1 ball, no
huge lead.
strikes. Here comes the pitch, and it's right down the outside corner.
Got that corner.
That's that area that's just always so tough for people to swing at. It's that little outside edge, and it's like, do I swing, do I not? 1 ball, 1 strike.
Look at that lead on second base by Zamora. He gone.
And he's going, and they throw it over his way,
Oh, if he
and
would've
it
caught that,
gets
he'd been
into
out.
left, and don't go, it's in left.
Don't go. He'll hand it to the outfielder. You throw it in.
Yes, he will. Yeah, you don't want to go. And so Zamora steals third. The ball got through into left, and we stayed there, which was the right decision because you don't want to test the left fielder's arm. Yes, he did. He did. So here comes the next pitch with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. It's a high pitch for a ball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That left fielder does not have long hair. It's like a towel he puts under his hat. I just
Oh, really?
At first it looked like blonde hair, but I haven't seen no blonde.
Too.
I haven't seen no blonde hair batter yet, but
There's a dry foul into the netting. So 2-2 still.
no outs here.
Isaac Morales with a runner standing on third, hoping to come across the home plate here pretty shortly.
I believe we're all hoping for that, right?
Everybody from Eunice. Trailer now steps onto the hill again, the big left-handed pitcher for the Tigers. He kicks it high and fires it inside for ball number 3. We've got a full count here.
Money pitch.
Morales was down 1-2. Now he's at 3-2. He's in there ready. Trailer wasting no time. Kicks, fires toward home. It's swung on, driven high and foul up over the top of us and into the parking lot.
I think I might have hit your truck, Rosendo.
One thing I will say about the Capitan crew, they must not be accustomed to coming here very often because they were all parked right along the backside here, which is not the place to park.
Man, this is
great parking.
Great parking here.
Yeah. Here comes the next pitch, and it's right down the outside.
Goodness.
They're going to say strike, so strike 3 as down goes Morales on the strikeout. That's the third K for Trailer, the Capitan left-handed pitcher.
I think anytime it's anywhere close, they're going to have to swing at it because them outside ones, I mean, they're going to get called.
Fabian Ornelas now comes to the plate with 1 out. And a
Look where the
teammate
runner's at.
standing on third. Yeah, he's over in the coaching box.
Yeah.
Here comes a big high pitch. It's
he's coming
chopped out.
Very handy.
And then they throw it over to first. He's going to score a run.
It's an RBI. We'll take it, right?
So Ornelas with the RBI ground out. And the Cardinals now with 2 outs. They've been able to put 2 on the board here as it is now 3-0. And we're in the bottom of the 4th, and we're headed back to the top of the lineup as Billy Blevins, the Eunice Cardinal pitcher for today, comes to the plate. The senior. Bill is up there ready. Here comes the pitch from Trailer. That first pitch is low and outside for ball number 1.
He's due for another good hit, man.
Yep.
Just hit it to right field.
So Blevins steps in there ready. All the outfielders pretty much straight away. Here comes the pitch. He thought about it, and then he took it, and it's a good thought because 2 balls, no strikes is now the count.
Be nice if we could have a game without that headwind for them batters.
Yeah, it is definitely blowing out there.
It'd be nice to have a game with an AC.
Oh, it is.
It'd be nice to have a game with no wind. He thought about that one too. Let it go, and it's 3-0 now.
Nobody complaining or something.
And Coach Almaguer giving him the sign. I would guess it's the take, but I think it was the green light sign. So here we go. Here's the pitch. He squares around, fakes the bunt, takes it right across the plate. I'm not a big fan of the fake bunt. No.
It's a waste of energy, man.
Well, it just seems like, for us anyway, this year that has not been successful most of the time.
Just
it's like
another strike.
Yep. Here comes the next pitch. It's low and outside, so Blevins earns the walk.
Get on your horse and get the second, bud. There you go.
He heads over there, and now he stands on first with 2 outs. I would be shocked if he's not standing on second after either the first or second pitch.
I concur, Your Honor. We got Kevin out there taking all his extra gear off.
Yeah, Garcia's the Eunice Cardinal catcher, and he had his shin guards and stuff on as he was in the on-deck circle with 2 outs.
He didn't believe in Blevins, did he?
Well, as a young man that played catcher, you always come to the circle with your shin guards on if you got 2 outs. It's just the way it is.
Yep, it's tradition.
Well, you don't want to be standing over there with nothing on and then have to go start the whole process. And so
he scores up the bunt too.
Yeah, he does. And here comes everybody running in, and that pitch is
right over his head. He didn't even move. Huh?
Yeah, that was kind of a strange deal. With the runner the first baseman charging like that, So anyway, 1 ball, no strikes. Blevins with a big lead. Let's see what happens here. Garcia will probably square around again to see if that same thing happens. Nope. It does. Blevins going to take off. They throw it down to second. Blevins is in there safely, stands up into second as he steals second. So now another runner in scoring position. And Blevins is back there messing with him.
Good shortstop in second for Capitan.
Yeah.
He's trying to get that pitcher's head.
Definitely opening up the field. 2 balls, no strikes here.
That first baseman is all the way down here as Garcia scores up the bunt.
And they take that one high and inside. It kind of looks like that's throwing the Capitan defense for a loop.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I wouldn't square around right now to see if they do that again and then pull it back. So here we go. That one's low and underneath, and Blevins is going to head toward third. The catcher still hadn't found the ball. He now does. Garcia rounds first and thought about going to third.
But there, come home, Blevins. Don't be called timeout. You can come home right there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have a pinch right here.
So Garcia earns the walk. The pitch runner will come in. I'm assuming that's going to be, is that Lord again?
Yes, sir, you are correct.
So Dyson Lord heads over to first. Runners on the corners for the big man, Braylon Jeter. Big Braylon Jeter, a family tradition of Cardinal blood runs through that young man on all sides.
And his aunt was a good softball player as well.
A whole family of amazing on both sides. So he took that first pitch, strike number 1. During that time, runner stole that Lord over to second.
And Oil Patch Eunice, another proud all Lee County School and
of the new Syndic Credit Union 2A State Baseball Playoffs, as the number 6 ranked Eunice Cardinals are hosting number 11. And the Cardinals lead here 5-0, and we have moved into the 5th inning. And for Capitan will be Marcus. Marcus, 3, 4, 5, yeah, that is his 6th strikeout of the ball game here. And that'll send Capitan top of their lineup as Ritter comes to the plate. The left-handed leadoff batter. He's got a strikeout and a flyout, his first 2 at-bats. Blevins, quick work. First pitch is high and outside for ball 1. Some parents out there, I think she's saying now to her
like
kid, but it almost sounded like a meow. So they hit that one over into shallow left field, trying to get there. They let it drop in front of them, and then they scoop it up and fire it back in. And so a single there for Ritter.
Little base hit.
That'll bring up Griffin, as Griffin, another long lefty, heads to the plate.
Big old 45 reminds you of Michael Jordan, huh?
Mm-hmm. This is Griffin. He had a strikeout and a walk his last at bat. He steps up there ready with 1 out. They throw the ball back over to first. Does Blevins over to Calvillo, sliding back in. And then Calvillo overthrows it to Blevins as he was throwing it back to him. And luckily,
nobody's paying attention on the opposing team there.
The runner was still getting up off the ground kind of slow from the slide back. So Blevins back on the hill ready. He fires that one in. It's driven into right center field, and it's hit hard, and it skips off the wall, one hopper. And then they misplayed it. Now they're trying to get it in. They're trying to send him, and they are going to send him. The play's going to be close at home, and sliding under the tag is 26. That was, who is 2-6? Ritter, as he slides in safely, and this bleachers just came alive as that large Capitan crowd goes crazy on the RBI triple from Griffin.
He got a hold of that one, man. He just ripped it.
Yep. And that'll bring up what I think is supposed to be Gallagher, but I'm not 100% sure. A young man had a triple his first at bat. He had a strikeout his last at bat. He comes to the plate with a runner on third, and he squares around, going to bunt. Blevins scoops it up, fires it over to first. They get him.
Oh.
And when he tried
he is out.
When he tried to flip the ball to his glove after the tag.
He's still out, Coach.
Yeah, I know, but when he tried to flip it to his hand to throw it toward home, the runner hit the glove. He had already stepped on the plate with the ball in his glove. The runner hit the glove as he stepped to the side to throw, and he lost the ball, wasn't able to throw it, and the Capitan Tigers score a run. So they've now put 2 on the board here. And now we have a...
Was that who? What happened? We call a timeout by the batter? We have a 2-out rally chant.
Yeah, they're
there.
screaming 2-out rally. There's a drive into deep left field.
Wow.
Way back, getting held up in the wind. Going to
There
be
goes that
caught out
rally.
there by Coy. And down goes Capitan. They did put 2 runs on the board. We got a ball game, though. It's 5-2.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Eunice High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season both on the field and in the classroom. Go Eunice Cardinals!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of the Nucinda Credit Union 2A State Boys Playoffs. Here's the Eunice Cardinals are hosting Capitan in the first round. Shout out to some of our sponsors: Eunice Wrecker and Rental, BTH Services, Cardinal Hardware, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Public Schools, the City of Eunice, Eunice Health Clinic, Parker Energy, Redbird Gas, NMR Pipeline, Guns Up Services, Devon Energy, Redbird Garage, and Lobo Trucking. That is why we are able to broadcast these games to you for free, because of those
Absolutely
great
free.
sponsors.
That's my kind of price.
Not too many places in the state are able to do that. So here we go. There's that first pitch. It's low and outside for ball number 1.
That's
trying
on
to
Tyson Coy, sir.
Tyson Coy. All right.
Who made that last out for the Eunice Cardinals earlier?
I don't know why, but our Eunice Cardinal student section has decided, probably because of the Capitan folks,
I concur.
to set up right in front of us. So every time they pop up, I can't see nobody no more. So he takes that one inside. So 2-0 is the count on the board. Coy had a fly out his first 2 at-bats, so he's made contact. Just got to find the green grass out there. Maybe the red grass. That one swung on and missed for strike 1.
That was a pretty pitch by that Capitan pitcher there. Yep. We just missed it by a smidge, Charlie.
Just a smidge?
Just a smidge, man.
How many inches is that?
Less than an inch.
Okay.
Quarter of an inch.
Trailer still on the hill for Capitan in the 5th inning. Here comes the pitch. Big breaking ball, stays high and outside. So we got a 3-1 count. 3 balls and a strike to Coy. Tyson Coy steps back in there, ready to go. 1 ball, 3 strikes. I'm sorry, 3 balls, and 1 strike.
Yes,
something like that.
You know, I don't know why, but that thing up in the corner always throws me off. They hit that over to shortstop. Shortstop throws it across his body.
That was very awkward,
That
man.
was awkward. It almost looked like the shortstop hurt himself when he threw that ball.
And he sat there and waited forever for the ball to get there.
That was an awkward play, but nonetheless, it was a play. Coy goes down at first.
It was a close play, too.
For out number 1.
Yeah, pretty close.
That brings up Luis Gomez. Young man had a strikeout and a single his last at bat. He steps up here ready to go.
They let us call from up here. I think I'd have called that and safe. But
Yeah, we're good callers from up here.
we can do it.
Ooh, and that
right
was
in the
kind of hit him in
That
the
hurt.
back, like upper back, lower neck.
I seen him grimace all the way from up here.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
So Gomez gets hit by a pitch.
He's still on me again, he said.
Man, that hurt me just watching.
And he don't have that much meat on his back neither, man. That poor kid.
I'm going to take one in the shoulder, maybe in the thigh.
At least it's in the middle of the back where you can't rub it.
Right in that low neck, upper back area, there's just not a lot. There's a spine there. That's about it.
That's it.
And so Gomez standing on
And
first.
he gone.
And we talked about his speed the last time. He was standing on second almost before the catcher could let it go.
And the shortstop's booting that ball out there everywhere.
All the way into left field. But trust me, you do not want to run. So whoever's telling him to run, y'all need to be quiet.
Yep.
Yeah, don't
Because
run.
No.
anytime the ball's rolling toward left field, don't run. That guy out there has shown us the bazooka.
I think he could probably throw it to home plate from where he's
Yes.
at.
Yeah, if the ball rolls anywhere near the left fielder, just stop where you're at and go stand on a base because that guy has got a cannon. All right, here we go. Next pitch is high and outside for the ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out in a rock boogie oogie oogie partial. And this is Zamora.
Yes, sir. Luis Zamora, second baseman for tonight's game.
He had a walk and an RBI single. Here
And
goes Gomez. And he check swings. They throw it over to third, and he's in there safely. And Gomez now steals both bases, and he's standing in scoring position with 1 out.
A pass ball. I'm pretty sure he's going to come home.
Yeah, Gomez is.
He wants to come home
Yes.
this inning.
Yeah. He's standing there ready.
How casual he walks up towards home, huh?
Here comes the pitch to Zamora. Oh, and it was fouled off. It was a real late swing. Almost looked like
Kind
he
of
almost hit
defender.
it out of the catcher's mitt.
Kind
He's
of
kind of
confused.
defending the
Yeah.
plate.
Yep. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Luis Zamora. Stepping back in there, ready to go. Here's the pitch. It swung on its head high and foul right back into the concession stand area. Probably put a dent in somebody's hood
Or head.
or head. Yeah, that is true. Maybe their forehead.
Forehead.
Yeah.
Turn that
I'm
forehead
gonna
into
let that
turn
just
that
go.
forehead into a 5 head.
Yeah, that'll definitely
I'm gonna
do
just
it.
let it go, guys.
1 ball, 2 strikes as Zamora's trying to stay alive. He takes that one outside for ball number 2. So 2-2 and 1 out. Number
Gomez
9.
is 3/4 of the way down that line.
Yeah,
You
and
notice that?
the funny thing about it is when the pitcher starts to make his movement, he kind of hops toward home, but then he turns around and puts the brakes on back the other way real quick.
Oh, my
That one's
goodness.
on that
Breaking ball
outside corner.
pitch. Beautiful
So
job there by that pitcher.
down goes Zamora on the strikeout, the 4th strikeout for Trailer in this ball game.
This means Isaac Morales, sir.
Yep.
Time for a 2-out rally. Is that what they hollering a while ago? 2-out rally.
Yep. Ground out and strikeout in his first 2 at-bats here today. He's got a runner in scoring position, and the Cards could use him here with 2 outs in a 5-2 game. And that ball
there it
is
is.
driven into center field, but it's high, trying to
Have a
get to
collision
it.
out there.
Oh,
Oh.
and the right fielder and the
Man,
center
that was so
fielder
close.
missed each other by centimeters, and one of them made the catch apparently because the ball never came out of that
It was
collision.
the right fielder.
And so as we move into the 6th inning, you got a 5-2 game. The Cardinals lead Capitan 5-2.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Parker Energy Services has been servicing the community for over 17 years. They offer water hauling, dirt work, and disposable services. Dispatchers and sales staff are available anytime, and office staff is available from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. Parker Energy aims to satisfy their customers and give their employees great job opportunities. Parker Energy is family-owned and operated, big enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer excellent and personalized services. Consider Parker Energy Support Services for all of your support needs. Visit them today at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of the Nucinda Credit Union 2A State Baseball Playoffs. Here live from Eunice as the Eunice Cardinals are hosting Capitan in the first round of the state tournament this year. And the Cardinals lead right now 5-2. And, the Cardinals going to have to keep that defense lockdown going here. Last inning gave up two more here, and we'd have a new ball game for sure.
Yes, sir.
And so if you're a Cardinal fan, you got to say, hey, we got to keep it going. You know, the same kind of thing on the other end. The Cardinals put 4 runs on the board back in the 4th, and Capitan's pretty much held them except that. There's a drive into right field,
It's foul.
and it's going to go foul and skip over the fence. He hit that one the opposite way.
And the way that fielder was running, I thought it was in play.
Yep. And I believe this is Emerson, Jay Emerson. Young
Number
man,
23.
It is Jay Emerson. He got hit by a pitch his first at bat. He had a ground out his last at bat, and he swings at that one and hits a chopper over toward third base, and it's going to be foul as he was giving it everything she got, Captain, as he was headed to first.
And he was tired about it. Yeah. Second time went up there for no reason.
Yeah, he was moving. He's
going to call a timeout.
He was chugging his legs and arms. And so anyway, we got a 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, he's not a little fella.
No,
that's what I was talking about. He was burning some energy as he was headed
He's
down
a lineman
the
if
first
we were
base
playing
line.
football, right?
Yeah, well, our linebacker.
Yeah.
Fullback, something.
There it is.
That pitch is outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Jay Emerson. He's got another name, but I don't know what it is. I can't read it on the coach's little sheet that he sent up to us. It starts with a B. So I'm just going to call him Jay Emerson. It says J. Emerson, space, and then a B-E, and I can't tell the rest of those letters, B-E-T something.
Rumor number 2.
So we're just calling him Jay Emerson. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. That pitch is driven foul. Good-looking pitch on the inside corner there as Blevins brought some heat on that one, but he was able to fight it off and stay alive. And so Blevins needs this one here. 3 balls, 2 strikes in a 5-2 game. Eunice leads Capitan in the first round of the state baseball tournament. Here's the pitch, and it's high and inside. And so Emerson earns the walk, and the Capitan faithful, who make up the majority of the crowd, go crazy.
There's a lot of them here.
There is a lot of them.
I wonder if they brought a bus or they all.
I don't know.
Man.
I've watched us play Capitan in a lot of sports for a lot of years, and I don't think I've ever seen this many Capitan people in Eunice at one time.
We've got a timeout here by the Capitan head coach on third base.
Yep.
We'll have a pinch runner, I guess.
I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of action going as far as movement.
Yep, here comes a pinch runner.
And that
number
is
18, number 18, sir.
18. I have a 18 as Wales, the outlaw, Josie Wales.
Josie? Yeah.
He stands on first.
He might be from Capitan.
Yeah, that's true.
Kin folk, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We've got Billy the Kid on our team. They've got the outlaw Josie Wales on theirs.
Little battle out here, huh?
That's right.
Battle of
We'll
outlaws
have a
in New Mexico,
shootout
huh?
at the OK Corral here in a minute.
Baseball field, huh?
One of my favorite buddies of all time is Mike Fish, and Mike Fish is a Capitan Tiger through and through. He's an artist, and he does a lot of painting and whatnot. In fact, my wife and I ordered some shirts from him the other day that has what he calls the Brody on it. It's a little logo that represents his son, and he paints it all over stuff randomly throughout the state. And you'll be driving down the road, and you'll see the Brody on a tank or a tree.
Tagging everything?
He tags everything, yeah. And just an amazing artist, a great guy. And so shout out to my man Mike Fish.
We got some extra activity over here on first base. The first base coach is telling him not to lay the tag so hard down on the runner. By Calvillo.
It sounded like the ump was looking at him
tell
saying
no,
get out of the
it's
way.
momentum. It's his momentum. He brings the glove down and tags him that way.
Yep. So that pitch is low and outside for ball 1 according to the board. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner standing on first.
Calvillo is quite a bit bigger than that kid.
Yeah, that he is.
Says Wilson. And they're going to take him on as he heads over to second. Gonna be close. Oh, the tag came down before the ball got in the glove, but I guess they're trying to spook him a little bit. So Capitan going to steal second. They've now got a runner in scoring position with no outs. 1 ball, 1 strike to the big man Wilson, number 73 of all numbers. He had a ground out and a single. It's a 5-2 game, and that pitch is right down the inside corner.
He kept his linebacker number or something.
Yeah. Maybe his right guard number.
Yeah.
And so 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Beautiful
Swing
breaking
and a
ball.
miss.
Nice.
Blevins sends another one to the dugout as that is strikeout number 7.
Yes, sir.
For Blevins as down goes Wilson. And that'll bring Griego. The young man has singled every time at bat today, and he comes up to the plate with a runner in scoring position and 1 out.
And he's due for a strikeout.
Capitan trails Eunice by 3, and Blevins turns
kinda
around and
jukes him,
fakes
huh?
it to second.
He
Like,
said,
hey,
psych. We got a timeout here by the batter. So everybody gets reset here.
yeah. So
Blevins is staring down at it.
Here comes the pitch.
nice.
Blevins was working quick on that one. They
It
called
looked
that one
nice.
inside. The Eunice faithful are booing and hollering. They thought that was a strike. The Capitan faithful started cheering. So 1 ball, no strikes here.
Always somebody's happy, somebody's mad.
There you go. And that one's right
I'm
near that
happy.
area, that same place. And that one is a called strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. It's a partial boogie-oogie. And so here comes the next pitch. Big breaking ball.
The runner takes off.
Oh, and it got underneath Garcia, and he scrambled
Yeah, got
around,
away from
bouncing,
him.
trying to find it. And by the time he found it, the runner was standing on third. So 2 balls and a strike.
1 away.
And now Capitan knocking at the door as they've got a runner standing on third with a young man who has hit it every trip to the plate today, Griego.
I'm pulling a Charlie over here, Kenny. I don't
Got a
know.
frog in your throat.
I got a Charlie up in there or something.
A fur ball, and that one's down that outside corner. I thought it was a bit outside, but being a Cardinal will take the call. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. In a 5-2 game, runner on third, Billy Blevins on the hill, pitching to Griego. He swings
Yeah,
at that one,
swing.
hits it
Ooh.
foul right over into the parking lot. One of those I support Capitan Elementary
Stick.
honor
Bumper stick.
students has probably got a lump in their car out
Or
there.
maybe a baseball sticking in the window.
That's right. Here comes the next pitch. Big breaking ball. Check swing as Blevins lost that one for a second. It was right underneath him again.
Garcia.
I did say Blevins. Yep, Garcia. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out.
3, 2, 1.
Yep. They say something after that at NASA. And so if it's that, we hope it's right back to the pitcher. But here we go. Here comes the pitch. Big breaking ball swung on and a miss. It was foul tipped, and Garcia caught it in the glove.
Nice.
So Blevins with his 8th K of the ball game as Griego goes down for the first time here today, and that'll bring Garcia to the plate. Young
That's
man had a
the-
ground out and a strikeout his first 2 at-bats.
Is he the left fielder?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
this
Okay,
is the
there's
guy
that-
with the cannon.
yeah.
The little bandana he has on underneath there.
And he steps in there ready. First pitch swung on, hit foul down the third base line over toward the third base dugout for strike number 1.
Jimmy, do we have all 3 lights on there?
Nope.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah, this one's been going off and on ever since we started.
I'm checking with the station right now as we
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah, I think we're broadcasting. I think we're just that light's been on and off since we started. And that ball's fouled right back over the top of us into the parking
There's
lot.
another car.
Yep.
2 strikes here.
So count now is 0-2 with 2 outs in a 5-2 ball game. Stepping back in there, ready to go. And here is the pitch, swung
Got
on
him.
and missed, and Blevins with his 9th K of the ball game sends Capitan back to the dugout. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of the Nucinda Credit Union 2A State Baseball Playoffs.
The proud owners of Eunice Wrecker and Rental offer professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel deliveries, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. They also haul off unwanted vehicles to help clean up your property. Eunice Wrecker and Rental have over 20 years of experience. They are fully licensed and insured. Call 575-394-HOOK. That's 575-394-4665. Eunice Wrecker and Rental are located at 44 North New Mexico Highway 248, Eunice, New Mexico, mile marker 1. Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of the 2A Nucinda Credit Union State Baseball Playoffs here. This is the 2A division. The Eunice Cardinals, the number 6 seed, hosting the number 11 seed Capitan. here in Eunice. 5-2 is the score, and the Cardinals come to the plate here in the bottom of the 6th.
And we have a different pitcher in the game, sir.
Another
lefty, but I think his number hasn't turned a lot.
Kind of got a little sidearm.
Yeah, I want to say it was a shortstop from earlier.
Yeah, the way that
Number
shortstop
it's
threw it
either 20
earlier
or
probably is him
26.
26, and that is the shortstop, Ritter. Ritter jumps up on the hill, and he does have kind of a side.
And they should put that left fielder up there.
Yeah.
Smoke it across there.
Well, and especially for Capitan. I mean, a loss here,
Yeah, this is a win or go home.
it's the end of their
Yep,
season,
yep.
and the same thing for Eunice. I mean, they've, and not a knock on one side or the other, but
No.
yeah, you got to.
And they put that left fielder at shortstop, and they put the first baseman out there,
Out
and they
out
put the
and
pitcher
left.
on first.
Gotcha. So a lot of changes here at the plate for the Cardinals is number 7.
Fabian
That
Ornelas.
is Ornelas, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. It's a completely different look, although they're both lefties. The last
Yes.
pitcher had this
Yeah.
high kick and a different type of action anyway, and there's a swing and a miss for strike number 2.
And this young man's a lot shorter as well.
Yeah.
He throws like a 3/4 arms releaser.
Yep.
Kind of a sidearm release.
I concur. So 0-2, here's the next pitch. Swung on,
crushed
hit
it.
into right center field. It's hooking into the gap area, and it's going to go to the wall. It gets through all the way to the wall. Ornelas turns,
Hold him
heads
up.
for second, and he's going to stand up right there. And Ornelas with a double to lead the inning off here for the Cardinals. The DH doing DH things. Fabian
what they're
Ornelas.
And we're going to have a pinch runner for him, number 8, I believe.
8 is going to be Luis Gomez. No, it can't be
can't be
8.
It's 6.
6 is Hyan Castro, another speedster for the Cardinals. Hyan, a speedster on the football field and the track.
And the
It's-
basketball field.
Yeah, that's true. The basketball field, and when he's playing on it there on
He's
the
awesome
grass.
on that basketball
Or
field. He can
cross-
run the 100
crossing
yards.
people up out there on the grass, you
We
know.
could
he
call
can-
it record if we wanted to.
We call it a field where we're from. I don't know where y'all were raised at.
Yeah, they didn't have concrete in his area. They
He
played
come in
on
the rough
field.
part of the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying?
So now Castro standing on second, and I think this is Billy, right?
Yes, sir,
Billy
you are
Blevins
correct.
to
Top
the
of the lineup.
plate. He takes that first pitch low for ball number 1. So Billy Blevins, he's got a single, a strikeout, and a walk in his 3 at-bats here today. The senior, he's been pitching this whole game, and he takes that one down the outside corner, according to the ump, for strike number 1. 1 ball and a strike.
He can hit it to left field this time, huh?
Be a nice little spot
Yeah.
to hit it to.
Huge spot.
So
huh?
here comes the pitch, and that one is a
Inside.
weird-looking pitch. Man, he's got that sidearm
Yeah.
delivery, so it really works from
Bottom up.
our right to left. And, man, so that's 2 balls and a strike. And that was another
And way
weird-looking
out.
pitch. As soon as that ball came out of his hand, it just the action on it looks weird from where we're at.
And also, they should call that a balk because he comes set and he pulls the ball out. And then, watch, right there,
Yep.
pulls the ball out and then should be a balk. Oh,
And that ball's
I
hit
concur.
foul. So we got a full count here, I believe. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Blevins. And there was a little bit of a discussion
Yeah.
going there between the ump and the
and the
ump.
pitcher? Or the-
I think it was the ump out on second, but that doesn't mean for sure. Oh, they're throwing 3 balls, 1 strike. So 3-1 is what the ump is signaling. So 3-1. Blevins steps back in there, ready to go. He's got a runner standing on second. Here comes the pitch, and it's way outside. The runner, Castro, is going to easily get to third. Blevins going to
Should
run to
just
first,
just
make
go,
the turn.
yeah, just go.
Oh,
He's fast enough he can run back if they throw it to second.
man, you got that left fielder standing at short. If anybody flips it over to him, whoever's going's gone.
Yeah, he's done.
No, I
So
apologize. He's on the infield now.
Runners on the corners. You got the cannon standing at shortstop now.
Yeah,
If that guy's on the field, I don't know if you run on anything.
Yeah, I was like, if he gets the ball, just stay where you're at, guys.
Somebody else is going to pitch it back to him. Here you go, you throw it.
So Kevin Garcia going to come to the plate. He's got a single, an RBI single, and a walk. His 3 trips to the plate. I would guess Blevins is going, and there he goes. That first pitch is inside for ball number 1, and Blevins easily makes it over to second. So now with no outs, Eunice has got runners on second and third. The ump started jogging across the field, and his hat caught the wind and went flying off.
Pretty windy out there.
Yes, it is. That pitch is inside for ball 2. So 2-0 to Kevin Garcia. This young man here, he won all kinds of awards the last couple of weeks. So congratulations to him. He got the high school student of the year and all kinds of different things. There's a dry foul back over into the parking lot. Kevin Garcia, just a good young man for sure. They're going to miss him on the field, on the court, in the classroom. It's one of those seniors that'll be going. That pitch is outside, and we've got a group of kids here throwing water bottles over the edge into the
I wasn't going to say nothing for kids.
3 balls and a strike. And
looking at us, we might throw something at us.
They're like, hey, we're caught.
Good
There's
shot
a
there
little
by
shot
Blevins.
over into center. It's going to land. And coming up, making the
Garcia.
play, they fire it back into infield. And so Kevin Garcia with another RBI single, his second of those today. Third single, but second RBI single. And we'll have a pinch runner coming in for him. That is Dyson Lord that heads over to first. So big man Braylon Jeter comes to the plate. No outs. Runners on the corners.
These little kids keep looking at the judge.
Yeah, they're like, he about to come judge us.
He's about to come out of there.
Hold you in contempt. I got a contempt story here in just a minute, a funny one when I have a second. So today I'm at the scholarship banquet, and they're up there talking, and anyway, we'll let the pitch go. I'll tell this story in a minute. That pitch is high, and easily over to second is Lord. And so now runners on second and third. 2 balls, no strikes in a 6-2 ball game. Cards lead by 4 here against Capitan.
And no outs.
And that pitch is high for ball 3. So big Braylon Jeter now on a 3-0 count. I would probably give him the green light. Because usually when he hits it with authority. He had a 2 RBI single his last at bat. And he takes that one inside for ball number 4. So Jeter earns the walk. The bases will now be loaded for Jose Calvillo. They were talking in the banquet or the award assembly, and they said that Miss Davis was not going to be able to be there today because she had jury duty, and the judge did not agree to release her from jury duty, even though she had very important things here to do in the last couple of weeks of school. And everybody in that room turned and looked at me.
Well, Jimmy, you're just a tough judge, man.
I was like, it wasn't me.
I bet it wasn't.
I even
Ladies and gentlemen, the truth has been spoken here.
I even had to go back and look at my jury
No pitch.
pool.
That's a balk.
It's a balk, and that's going to send one home as the balk was called. And that's what you had been talking about when he first got on the mound. So now a run scores. That was Blevins that comes across home plate. The Cards now lead 7-2 with runners on second and third and Calvillo at the plate. So, everybody in that assembly room, in the whatever the auditorium.
And you said, it wasn't me.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. There's a chopper back to the pitcher. Pitcher fires it over. And they're going to get the lead runner, but it's an RBI single for Calvillo.
And when he hit that ball, the ball hit the floor before he hit it.
Yep.
Kind of golfed it.
Yeah, kind of a weird looking play.
Can you do it? Can you hit it off the
Yes, sir,
bounce?
so far.
8-2. We did, I think.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't either.
Yeah.
8-2. What do they call that? Cricket?
Yep.
That's cricket,
Something
right?
like that.
They do in cricket all the time. So runner standing on third, 1 out, and Tyson Coy comes to the plate.
We're so just rude, aren't we?
And that pitch that's that side action pitch that comes across there.
It went way left to
Yep.
way right, but it came across the middle, I guess.
Went over the plate. That's all that matters there, bud.
Strike number 1 to number 1 with 1 out. That ball stays outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. It's a little rock boogie.
So
Not quite the other stuff.
You let Miss Davis out tomorrow?
Yeah, I had to go back and look at my jury pool because I've got a jury pool going right now. We had I had them in yesterday, day before yesterday or day before, I can't remember, yesterday.
And that's why you had the
And then they're scheduled
story?
to be in there
You holding
Friday.
contempt or what?
Well, yeah, when you said contempt, I guess she had She had to go to jury duty instead of doing the assembly, and I hate that for her. You don't realize, though, as a judge, I bet I got a dozen people today
They got all kinds of excuses.
sending over legitimate excuses for why they need to be released from jury duty. I mean, I get them when we've got jury trials going. I get them. I mean,
Nothing's going to
several a
work
day.
because the high school principal didn't get off. I mean,
Well, I had several today that in all reality are probably good excuses, but everybody's got one, and I mean I know that sounds bad, but I will tell you a funny story while we've got a timeout on the field. Years ago when I was the police chief, I got a jury notice. And I felt like I had a really good relationship with Judge Klingman at the time, and it was for Judge Klingman, who was the district court that went on to become a Supreme Court justice. It was for his court. So I called him, and I've known him for years. I'm like, "Hey, Gary, how you doing?" "I'm good, Jim. How are you?" And I'm like, "Hey, I'm doing all right." We had a little small talk, and I said, "Hey, the reason I'm calling, I got a summons here for jury duty." And I said, "Man, nobody's going to use me as a juror. You think I can get, dismissed from jury duty or excused?" And he said, "Well, you got a summons there, don't you?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, I think that means you'll need to be in jury duty." I was like, "Well, gee, thanks you."
you thought about a self-inflicted wound there for a second, huh?
I appreciate your time. I guess I'll be at jury duty.
So he probably would have been the kind of officer that would give his mom a ticket, huh?
Oh, yeah.
5 years from my mother. Boom.
Yeah.
In contempt of my court.
Yeah, that is a true story.
Wow.
And he told me, yeah, well, all right. You got a summons there, don't you? "Well, I think that means you'll need to be at jury duty."
I'll see you Monday morning,
We'll
bud.
see you Monday.
We can visit some more.
That pitch is going to get away, and Jeter thought about coming home and then skips back over to third. Up at the plate is Luis Gomez after the timeout here.
On that pass ball, Coy runs over to second.
Yep. So Coy on second, Jeter on third, Luis Gomez at the plate.
Only one out.
For the Eunice Cardinals.
Here comes the pitch. It's a high fly ball back between second and right. It may get down, and making a great
throw it
catch from second, and then he throws a good cannon in here.
Good decision to hold up there.
Yeah, I agree. So the fly out from Gomez makes 2 outs for the Cardinals with runners on second and third, and it'll bring Luis Zamora up to the plate, a young man that had a walk, an RBI single, and a strikeout his last at bat. He steps up there ready to go. He is ready. One ball, or it says 1 ball, no strike. That's not right.
No strikes.
All right,
There's the ball. They got ahead of us.
Yep. So they were seeing the future there.
They seen a pattern somewhere, right?
They
One
had
ball.
they had
One
a
ball.
DeLorean, and they took it back to the future. And
So the next one's going to be a ball. Look
yeah, that's right. And that one's high and inside, so they had the DeLorean times 2. And hey, look,
2-0.
that's right.
She's playing with us now, guys. I do realize that.
So 2 balls, no
So
strikes
coming
here,
up
2
for the
outs.
third ball.
And a huge lead out there at second,
second.
and
No.
swing and a miss.
Coach told him to swing
now
on
it's
that
a
one.
2 balls and a strike. So 2 and 1.
And you see Coy out there doing jumping jacks?
Yeah, he was doing work, and the center fielder comes scooting in there trying to slip in behind him.
And I seen a bottle fly just now.
Yeah, I did too. They're
Trying to
playing
make it the trash can?
They're
or what?
playing the bottle flip or cup flip game, but they're doing it from the top of the bleachers.
We'll have to go join them in a minute, huh? Looks like fun. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Well, we'll get in trouble because we're adults.
3 and 1. Here comes yeah, we'll have to have a jury trial for you.
Load them up.
Why just me? We are going out there. You and I.
What's this? You got a mouse in your pocket? So earning the walk there
Was
is
Zamora.
Zamora, and that'll bring up Isaac Morales. This young man's due. He's had a ground out, a strikeout, and a fly out, and we've got a timeout on the field again.
Looks like a
The
pitching
coach
change.
wants to come out and talk about it, and they do have a change. Let's see if they bring they're going to bring the original pitcher back, huh? That is what they're doing.
No, he was playing first base, and he put the original pitcher on first, and he went out to left field. So he's coming in from left field to pitch.
So that's not the pitcher, the original
sir.
pitcher? No,
Well,
okay.
the original pitcher is that big, tall guy behind
So that's
him. right
Griffin.
I'm surprised we don't have that kid with that rocket arm. on it.
Yeah, this is Griffin that's coming in
Yes, sir.
now. Yeah,
Another lefty.
yeah,
Another left-handed pitcher for
for
Capitan.
Capitan. So we've got a 8-2 game. Might as well keep it here for just a bit. Kind of talking about what's coming up. Softball, their I saw several questions asking people about, what's happening with softball. Why is the 2A softball or 1-2A softball, why have those not been released? Their final week of the regular season is this week.
Okay.
We've already finished ours, but some of the others are still playing around the state. I know there were games going on yesterday. I'm certain there's games going on tomorrow. And so most of the states finishing up this week. This weekend will be their brackets. And softball's different. We've talked about that, and it's all because of the motion with the shoulder, the overarm or overhand versus underarm. And so they play their whole tournament in like a 3-day deal in Albuquerque where, they may play multiple games in a day, may play several games in a day, depending on what part of the bracket they end up in. But that'll all take place next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah, a lot of action, man, going on in those 3 days, man.
Yeah, a whole lot. And
Comes trouble.
Also that same time next week, you've got graduation going on. Graduation for Eunice had to be moved. It was originally going to be Saturday the 25th. It was going to be in the evening, which has been beautiful the last couple of years of doing that. They had to move it back to kind of the original time for the Eunice graduation, which used to be inside. They moved it to a 3 o'clock, which is just scorching in the middle of the daytime outside.
And it's on the field, right?
And when you got an old light-skinned guy like me that's going to be pink by the time that thing's over, I'll probably have some skin cancer on my ears and head.
How many kids are got in that class?
I don't know how big the class is. I'd have to I think I saw it on some forums right around the 50 mark, I believe.
Okay, that's a good size.
But I could be off 1 or 2, 52, 53. I was thinking was on something I'd seen. And they're, I think the school staff would tell you, just a great group, and I don't say that just because my kid's one of them, but man, a great group, a very intelligent group of seniors.
Very competitive
this
too
year.
on
Very
that part,
competitive
on the education part. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's as competitive academically a group as I may have ever seen.
And that's
I
good.
concur on that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Some groups are very competitive on the field or whatever. That group's competitive in the classroom. And which is kind of neat. I think it's really neat. And man, Sarah Reeves, an absolute, I guess I'll use the word stud. I don't know if that's what you used to describe that, but in the classroom, amazing. I would assume
she's one of a
she's
kind in
going to
that
be your
perspective.
valedictorian. Was a Maddox finalist. Just an amazing young lady, and so congratulations to her. I would assume she ends up your valedictorian. Next in line, I believe, is Jacob Ortega, so I think he'll end up being your salutatorian. Last calculations I saw, the final grades haven't come out, but Chloe was 3, and the difference between like 2 and probably 10 are like, tenths, and hundredths of a point. It's amazing how close all those kids are, and it's a tough deal. And almost all those kids are enrolled in those dual credit classes, so they get that 5-point scale for those college classes. So if one kid takes an extra college class more than this one, and they make A and you make A, you get jumped. And it's a really neat setup. I was just told here from Leanne Reeves there's 52 kids in that class.
52.
So
Okay.
thank you for that information, Miss Leanne. And that pitch down the outside corner called a strike, and so down goes the Cardinals, but not before they put 3 more runs on the board. As we move to the 7th, the Cardinals lead 8-2. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of the Nucinda Credit Union State Baseball Playoffs.
Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle.
Guns Up Services is a proud supporter of their Eunice community and their Eunice Cardinals. Guns Up Services has been in business almost 13 years and is family owned and operated, located at 2105 Avenue O in Eunice. They are your trusted vacuum truck, winch truck, frac tanks, rental equipment, and dirt work provider. Guns Up Services in Eunice wants to cheer on their Eunice Cardinals and wish them luck this sports season. Guns Up Services, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Go, number 5.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of the 2A Nucinda Credit Union baseball playoffs. Got another message here from TJ Miracle, the man, the myth, the legend. He said 2A girls will play Wednesday at 9 a.m. in the play-in game, then at 1 if they win, and then goes double elimination after that. So, an amazing week coming up as far as you've got track going this week, the state track, then the following week, all the other stuff with baseball, softball. So it's just that time of year. And Leanne also sent me a message saying that I am correct, that Sarah will be the valedictorian and Jacob will be the salutatorian. Congratulations to those two super, super smart folks in a super smart group for sure, and congratulations to them.
I think they get smarter every year.
Man, I'm telling you.
Kids.
I'm telling you.
Imagine this little one over here behind Rosendo.
Yeah,
When she graduates, she'll
That's
have
right.
like a 40.
Yeah, she'll have like
So
a
if
5.8.
40.0.
Yeah, I have people all the time ask me, like, how do those kids end up with over a 4.0 on a 4.0
No,
scale?
it's the college
It's
classes.
those college classes. Now, we talked about it the last game. That pitch is in there as Blevins is still on the hill. We talked about the last game. I never thought about it, never even remotely crossed my mind, but that's hurt Chloe. It's helped her with her GPA.
Right.
But it's hurt her with college sports, and I don't know that I never even remotely thought of that up until this year. So for those of you who have kids who might be interested in playing college sports, I would encourage you to either call over there and talk to the JC. Their administration has been very explanatory about that, and they have told me that they actually encourage kids who are really thinking about competing at the JUCO level. They encourage them to think twice before taking the dual credit classes, because it does
affect you in the long run.
It does create some issues for you.
There's another K for Mr. Blevins.
Blevins with his next strikeout there.
That was his 10th, guys, I think.
Yep. That's what I have him for, is 10 Ks. And so I
starting on his
believe
11th
this
year.
is Marquez. Oh, that's 26. So we're back to
To
Ritter.
the top, yes, your top lineup.
And so Ritter now comes to the plate. A young man had a strikeout, a flyout, and a single his last at-bat. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in an 8-2 game. We're in the top of the 7th, and the ump steps in and stops. I'm not sure what happened, but
I think he licked his fingers. You see the umpire there facing George's hand. He licked his fingers and grabbed the ball.
you can't
can't
lick
do that. No,
fingers?
sir.
Spitball or what?
What if you
I have
got
no idea.
like good tasting fingers? You might
Finger looking good.
I mean, you might have had some chicken before you came.
KFC.
That's right. It's finger licking good.
Count is 2-1, guys. 2-1 is the count.
So 2 balls and a strike. 1 out here in an 8-2 game. We're in the top of the 7th. And there's a drive. Looks like it's into left field. It is. It's going to be a single. And so Ritter with his back-to-back singles trying to keep the Tigers' hopes alive here. As Griffin, I believe now, 45. Yeah, he comes to the plate. Young man had a
got a triple
strikeout,
last
a walk,
time, right?
and an RBI triple his last at-bat. Yep, that is correct.
And he brought that run home, huh?
Yep. So an 8-2 score here. And here we go.
Their double play be perfect for the Eunice Cardinals.
That is true. That ball skips away from the catcher. Heading over to second is Capitan, so they'll stand up
And that
into
double
second.
play is out of service now.
Yep. That is true. So 8-2. Griffin at the plate. Runner on second. We're in the 7th inning, top of the 7th. 1 ball, no strikes and an out. Here comes the pitch. Blevins trying to stay alive here for the full game, as he's now 2-0. Maybe the first time I've seen him all game behind by 2 pitches.
You are correct, sir.
So that pitch is down
3.
low, so that's 3-0. It's about to start to get tired type of part of the game for sure.
Maybe go out there and talk to him for a little bit, take a little break, relax after this batter.
So Blevins back on the hill, takes a look, fires that one right down the middle for strike 1. So 3 balls and a strike. Blevins done an amazing job up to this point. Had 1 inning where he gave up 2 runs. Every other inning up to this point has been the shutout, and he pitches that one in there to full the count up. It's 3-2. So Wild Bill on the hill. Takes a look at the catcher. Kicks, fires it toward home, swung on and hit high, foul over toward third. Third baseman trying to get to it.
Oh,
and he
Isaac
does
Morales
make
does
the
a
catch.
beautiful job out there. Gets that ball out of play there, but beautiful job for out number 2.
Morales with a back over
Blevins.
the shoulder, bending over backwards, makes the catch. And so down goes Griffin. And that'll bring up what I believe is Gallagher to the plate. Young man had a triple, a strikeout, and a ground out his last at bat. He's got a runner standing on second with 2 outs. The Cards are 1 out away, I believe,
from finishing
from
this.
moving to the next round.
And
There's a hit towards short. Jeter scoops it up, fires it across his body, and a big stretch by Calvillo. And your Eunice Cardinals are moving on to Albuquerque.
All right.
The Cardinals move on to face Tularosa. Billy Blevins pitches the complete game, holding Capitan to 2 runs. They got those 2 all in the 5th inning. The Cardinals put 8 runs on the board. Billy Blevins with 10 strikeouts in the win. Trailer had 4. We also have the relief pitcher that came in and ended up with the K. And so the Cardinals get the win. They will play, I believe, next Thursday. I don't have the time here in front of me. Stay tuned. We'll post it. We'll let you know. For Charlie Fairbrush, Rosendo Caballero, I'm Jimmy Jones. Thank you for listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of the Nucinda Credit Union 2A State Baseball Playoffs. The Cardinals move on. Have a great day, everyone.
Good night, everybody.